What is up, everyone, and welcome to episode 60, we're 9 away, of the Party Chat podcast. As always, I am your host Squiggy, and I am joined by Slazo and Laura. Hello, both of you.
Is 60 not a milestone in itself?
Nope.
You had to get that little dig in there.
Don't care about 60. 60 does not matter. 60 is irrelevant. How are you both?
Good. I don't know why I was so confused with that question. I was so confused with that question. It just threw me off. I was like, I am well.
This is me being like compassionate. How are you, Laura? Have you had a good week?
I've had a week.
At all.
No, I've had a week, and I'm happy to be on this podcast, sharing my time with you. How are you doing?
Do you know what? I can't say anything nicer than that, to be honest. I'm here.
Two more weeks until I go home for Christmas. Can't wait.
Wow.
I actually get to play video games then.
What?
I don't know what they are either. I think they're the thing we're about to discuss.
Really? No. Well, I thought we were talking about parties and chat.
Can you imagine if that's what we did? Party planning.
We're actually going to go completely off. This is actually the party planning podcast. If you want any parties planned, tweet Laura at law.
And Christmas is coming up, so you probably have plenty of parties to plan.
Yeah.
I'm happy to help.
But no. This is a Party Chat podcast, the gaming podcast brought to you by Retro Remastered every Wednesday. You can find us on iTunes and all other podcasting services. We post 9 AM, retroremastered.com, and sometime during the week on YouTube. It was Thursday.
I like how that slipped now.
Yeah, I got busy, I got distracted. But I'll try this. I'll set a reminder in my phone to do it, and then.
Don't worry, folks. If I get home on Wednesday and it's not up, I'll phone him up and be like, Squiggy, where are that? Yo.
Please.
Okay.
Please do, because I completely forgot this week. It went up. When did it go up? Thursday evening on YouTube.
Something like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I had plans. I was like, right, I'm gonna do it. I'll do it Wednesday. I got to like lunchtime, and I was like, right, I'll do it after lunch. Completely forgot. I was like, right, I'll do it when I get home. Completely forgot. Thursday, right, I'll do it first thing in the morning. Completely forgot. And as you can tell, I forgot until later on. And then I eventually did it. But anyway.
We're amazed he's here today, boys and girls.
Yeah. Just be happy that I've turned up, or sad, whichever one. Be shocked. So let's jump straight into the news like we do every week. There's not really much on the news because we're going to discuss a lot of it in our topic of the week. So
there's one big thing, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, so I've only got four items. First one is that the Final Fantasy 15 worldwide launch makes it the series' fastest selling game, with 5 million copies sold in one day.
As it turns out, 10 years of build-up does get you excited for a game.
Yeah, I was going to say. That's pretty impressive, to be fair. And I'm reading a lot of opinions on it. A lot of people are saying it is one of the best Final Fantasy games for a very long time.
I mean, yeah, but these are the people who think 13's a bad game. It's good.
I thought
don't get me
was a
wrong.
bad game.
Get out. It's 15's good fun. I haven't had a chance to get a long way into it, but yeah, I'm enjoying the time I'm playing. It does feel quite different in the way it starts up compared to a lot of Final Fantasies.
Yeah, I am. To be honest, I'm quite tempted. I am still really tempted to pick it up because I think, like we were saying in the last week, this might be the one that gets me into it a little bit more. But who knows?
Really?
Maybe. I mean, it does advertise itself literally on screen in giant letters of a Final Fantasy for fans and first-time players.
Yeah,
which gets a bit annoying the fifth time you see it. But.
Do you know when they announced the release date for it? And they had the people from Kinda Funny on it. I think it's Tim and Greg. So Tim loves Final Fantasy. Greg's never played it. And I was listening to one of their shows, and basically Greg was like, well, why do you want me here if I don't really like any Final Fantasy games? Like, because this is what we're trying to like sell the game to. People who, like, long-time fans and people who've never played it before. So it kind of worked like that. But I'm interested in it. It looks pretty cool, and obviously it's selling well. It's reviewing well from what I've seen as well. So
I mean, there's some funny pictures of glitches and stuff coming out as well, which I know sometimes isn't a reflection of the quality of game. But I've
through the grind.
I've seen
those photo build abilities are amazing. How dare you?
Yeah, no, I mean, to be fair, I'm enjoying them I'm enjoying seeing them things. I know that's not like a reflection of how good the game is, which it probably is based on reviews and based on how happy Final Fantasy fans are. But I just love it when a game comes out and there's those little things and they just become...
Yeah, but that's normal for open world games.
I mean, I keep seeing the same for Pokemon as well, like things like, just loads of memes and jokes and...
Tinder chat lines.
Tinder chat lines, which we all love on this podcast. So, yeah. If you want to know more about Tinder chat lines, tweet at Geordie Squires.
Whoa. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, fair enough. Next news item is as well related to video game sales. This one, Pokemon Sun and Moon. So, Pokemon Sun and Moon is Nintendo's biggest UK launch of all time, and it is also the biggest European launch of a Nintendo game ever. And is it hit the heights in Japan as well?
No, it's behind X and Y in Japan.
Behind X and Y in Japan.
Yeah.
Still, I think that's
Yeah.
sold 3.5 million copies in 2 weeks.
Yep, it's really impressive, especially considering Europe got shafted, so the fact that this hasn't even slightly dulled it is kind of surprising, but awesome.
Yeah. There's a few like little things to compare it to. It's basically doubled the launch of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Not surprising.
No, but it's still pretty impressive because
people
were like excited for that game when it came out, more like the remake. But the fact it's doubled them is pretty impressive. I still haven't bought it yet.
What, Sun or Moon? Oh,
no.
They're good.
I know,
they're good.
I need time. I don't have time. That's my problem. But again, like this one's reviewing really well as well, like Final Fantasy.
Yep.
So yeah, it's good to see.
It's like it's the year of the JRPG or something.
Have I ever heard that before, Slater?
I don't know. Who would have called such a thing?
Who would have written an article about that?
I don't know. Man, if only there was like a convenient link pinned on my Twitter page to that very article.
And his Twitter page is @SlaserKing, and it's also over at retroremastered.com. If you search for JRPG, it'll probably come up.
It 90% comes
you
up.
You hope it would come up, otherwise someone's been on our site and deleted it, so they can have the top views. That wasn't me. That wasn't me, by the way. That was not me.
How suspicious did that sound, guys?
Did not delete that FIFA club back then. This was not me.
Once again, bringing that up.
Yeah. We'll tell that story eventually. So
podcast 100.
Moving on another podcast, episode 69. Look forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. So anyway,
I don't want to be on that podcast.
Well,
can we just have that be Squiggy? Only Squiggy.
Yeah, just Squiggy on his own.
Just me going through Twitter chat planes. So next news story is about PlayStation Plus. So last week we talked about Xbox Live games with gold. This week the PlayStation Plus lineup for December has been announced. We have...
You ready for this, kids? This is blockbuster after blockbuster.
I'm trying to find the blockbuster game, to be honest. We have Stories, The Path of Destinies, which is a choose-your-own adventure-style isometric fantasy action game about some really long word that I can't say, animals.
Anthropomorphic?
That's the one, thank you.
Okay. So human-like.
That's a big word.
It's okay.
I mean,
I mean, I'd never heard of it. I looked at it. I was kind of reminded a bit of Dust, if you ever played Dust.
Don't be silly.
Okay, and that was about it. That was about all I thought, because I'd never heard of it, so... It's a game.
It's a game. It is a game. What else have we got? Invisible Ink comes to the PS4.
Now, I gave sass about this on Twitter because I'd only heard of one game in this lineup properly, and it wasn't either of these. And then I had like loads of people tweeting me back going, "No, Invisible's the one you should be looking out at."
I missed something in the PlayStation Store for this. I think it's the one. I think I know what this is.
That's the thing. Like, I recognise the name, but that's about it. But considering how many people went out their way to say to me, "No, this is a good game," I want to give it a try.
I'm positive this was showing off at PSX last year.
Maybe it was.
And it's like the stealth game, and I think I just compared it to Metal Gear Solid, but turned up a little bit.
You see, part of me thinks that, but then part of me is like, am I getting confused with Volume, or...
No, I know it's not Volume. It might be something like that, I don't know. Next game is Hyper Void, which is for PS4, PS3, and PlayStation Vita.
Never heard of it.
Let's see if I can find a quick description of it.
I swear to God, if it's 2D retro indie platformer, I'm going to scream.
Hyper Void. The genre is action arcade.
Okay, there we go. We're safe.
We are safe. This is a weird description. This is the first time space battles occur not only in the depths of galaxies but right inside cross-dimensional wormholes. Punch your way through waves and waves of enemies from all races in the universe as you travel through volatile and crazy wormholes, all rendered in quality 3D with a heart-pumping progressive soundtrack.
So it's hack and slash.
I don't
Got
know
it.
what it is.
It just sounds like Castle Crashers.
Really? It
In my mind.
It's, well, if you look at the screenshots,
Right.
it looks a bit like Resogun. In a way.
What, so it's shooter?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's also
That's...
a VR add-on as well. In the store.
Oh, goody.
Anyway. Next game is Tiny Troopers Joint Ops for PS4, PS3 and Vita. Tiny Troopers is an epic bite-sized bite-sized arcade shooter filled to the brim with action-packed mini-maps of mayhem. Take control of your tiny troopers as you battle evil adversaries from around the world with a multitude of weapons. Recruit specialist mercenaries such as medics, machine gunners, and the elite Delta Force to subdue enemy insurgents. Collect medals, dogtags, intel, and more during the course of each mission to ensure victory.
I think I had enough of that genre when I played whatever, like, it was one of the very early PS4, PS Plus games, like Mercenary Heroes or Action Heroes or whatever it was called.
I can't say I'm
That
interested in
That was kind of when I had my fill of that genre.
that. Yeah. The next game is Color Guardians for PS4 and PS Vita. Color Guardians is an action-packed game with a whole spectrum of tricky obstacles, vibrant worlds, and dangerous hazards. Enjoy a new adventure across over 70 levels on both PS4 and PS Vita systems with cross-buy and cross-save, and run, jump, dodge, and swap your own colours as you try to restore life to the world. Reach the top of the leaderboards and strive for a platinum trophy.
Is this like the Blob, or am I just reading too much into
think
the
it is.
name?
It's one of the colour-based platformers, yeah.
I think that's pretty
I
much what it
really-
is.
Yeah, I really liked the Blob, and I like them sort of things, so I'm not that against this.
And the last game is VVVVVV.
Yep, VVV. It's a really good indie platformer, back when indie platformers were still a new concept, so thumbs up from me.
Yeah, I've not played it, but it's one of those games I knew what it was straight away, but I've not played
Yeah,
it.
it was the one I recognised on the entire
Yeah,
list. It was
yeah.
like, oh yeah.
So I'll add that to my library, whether I play it or not, but it'll be there. It'll be there
Yeah,
to play, I suppose. To be fair, I might add them all.
What one's it on? What platform?
I love Screws like,
It's on
you know
Vita.
what, they're free, I'm
It's on
meant to
Vita,
add them all,
okay.
why not?
Yeah,
YOLO.
no, I'll probably play VVV again sometime, because why not? It's fun.
Just call it VVVVV.
V6, 6V,
Yeah. So anyway,
www.
our last news story is from the Game Awards. So last week's topic of the week was about the Game Awards nominees and who we thought was gonna win, or who we wanted to win. So now we can go through the winners of all the Game Awards, and we'll do what we did last time. We'll start at the bottom.
Can we skip
We started
esports?
We started at the bottom, now we're here. Sorry.
But, to be honest, the winner of best esports game is quite interesting.
Oh,
Okay, no, you
esports
can do
game.
that one.
Yeah, the
You can do
game.
that
It's
one.
the game art, I still don't.
because it's Overwatch.
Yep.
Which I was not expecting, to be honest,
Why not?
because it's only just started. Like obviously, I know it's only come out this year, but they only started last month, maybe, or the month before, with an actual esports league. Whereas,
Yeah, but
like,
it dominates Twitch, so it
but
wins.
like Dota and League of Legends and stuff have been going for a lot longer.
Yeah, but then it's like, what are you awarding it on it? Because otherwise you'd always, there's certain games you'll never dethrone, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So are they awarding it for what it's done for esport gaming in the last month, or the fact
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
established itself so quickly, or are they saying, look, this is the biggest game, League of Legends, just take the award and walk away?
yeah. I mean, I watched some of the Overwatch stuff from BlizzCon. It was pretty interesting, to be fair. But yeah, I didn't expect it to win, to be honest. I thought one of the other three of Counter-Strike, Dota, and League of Legends were going to win it. But it's nice. It's nice to see.
Nah,
I'm not
it's
complaining.
it's the new hotness, so
I'm not complaining.
Overwatch wins.
Best esports team was Cloud9.
No one cares.
I think they're the only ones that I'd heard of.
Right.
So, yeah.
Congrats, whoever you are.
Yeah, we won't go over the esports winner. We'll ignore best fan creation because no one was announced for it. Trending
Just
gamer,
quietly sweep that award away.
yeah, trending gamer was Boogie 2988.
Never heard of him.
I know who he is now. I've seen him accept the award. Weirdly,
You'll know
I was
who
like,
he is,
oh,
Liz,
that guy.
If you see him, you'll know who he is.
Yeah, you will.
It was quite. I didn't actually realize as well that Angry Joe Show and Jacksepticeye are both British. Well, both from the UK as well as Danny O'Dwyer. Like they're all. I think two of them are Irish. One of them is English.
Oh, it's him. Oh,
Yeah, you know who it is.
now I do. Now I feel even sadder he won. We go on.
Wow.
So,
okay.
so most anticipated
Moving on.
game was between God of War, Horizon, Mass Effect Andromeda, Red Dead Redemption 2, and the winner, which was Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Yay, Nintendo wins something.
Yeah, Nintendo had to win something. I suppose they're going to win that. I don't think we picked that though, did we?
We all picked Horizon.
Yeah.
But then again, we were picking what we wanted, not what we thought would win,
Yeah.
necessarily.
Best multiplayer was between Battlefield, Gears, Overcooked, Overwatch, Titanfall 2,
So
Rainbow
Overwatch.
Six Siege, and Overwatch won that. Yep. Which I think we all said that was going to win.
What game? What category was that?
Best multiplayer.
Yeah, because this is where I found it hilarious. Because you're gonna when you get to the other award, that it makes no sense with talk. Carry on.
Yeah, but that's the one where I was hoping Rainbow Six Siege would win because of Ubisoft turning it around. But,
I don't think you get Overwatch wins long.
yeah. Best sports racing game, Forza Horizon 3. All the other ones were just yearly football, basketball, and baseball games. So I think that's what we went for anyway.
Yep.
Best family game was between Dragon Quest Builders, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Pokemon Go, Ratchet and Clank, and Skylanders. Pokemon Go won, which I think is the least.
Makes sense.
I don't think it makes any sense, but
It gets people out and about, including families.
Mum, there's a Gengar down the road. Can we go and get it?
Yeah, pretty much. Never be a parent, Spooky.
I don't want to be. Sorry, all my female admirers. I don't.
I want to go outside for once in my life. Wow, let's embrace this change, Timmy.
I'm not going out with them though. I'd rather be inside playing the winner of the best strategy game, which was between Civilization 6, Fire Emblem Fates, The Banner Saga 2, Total War Warhammer, and XCOM 2, and it was won by Civ 6.
Yep, big name wins.
Yep.
Whoop whoop.
Best fighting game was between Killer Instinct Season 3, King of Fighters 14, and Pokken Tournament. And the winner was Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, that I get.
Oh, okay,
Again,
yeah.
big
Sorry.
name.
You didn't even say that was a nomination.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say and the winner, which was
fair enough.
5, but
Yeah, but big name wins.
Best RPG was between Dark Souls 3, Deus Ex, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine, World of Warcraft Legion, and Xenoblade Chronicles, and it was won by Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine, which was an expansion.
Makes no sense, because it's an expansion.
I thought Dark Souls 3 would have won that, I think.
Witcher shouldn't have even been nominated.
No,
Not for an expansion.
No,
so.
but then Legion probably shouldn't have been nominated either.
There's a difference between an MMO expansion and a
I
console
don't-
game.
I don't really know
I'd
know
argue.
much about Blood and Wine, but I think it was a full new quest line and stuff as well. A bit like Legion. I know Legion adds a few more things.
Well,
to the
Legion
game,
adds a lot more.
mechanics as
Like
well. But let's not get into that. Let's not, because we could be on a while.
Yeah.
Best action adventure game was between Dishonored 2, Hitman, Hyper Light Drifter, Ratchet and Clank, and Uncharted 4.
Oh, Uncharted 4 wins because it's... Oh,
Dishonored 2 won that. Nice
wow,
try.
what do I know?
Nice
What do I
try,
know?
Slazer. Nice try. Which, yeah, I was...
That's nice considering that's not been out long. So
Yeah, but I was quite shocked at that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because I thought Uncharted 4 would have won that.
that's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Best action game was between Battlefield 1, Doom, Gears of War 4, Overwatch, and Titanfall 2, and that was won by Doom.
Overwatch. Oh wow. Okay. What do I know? Christ.
Yeah, that was won by Doom.
To be fair, I can kind of see why Doom needed a little bit of love. It's the best action game. The category, when you look at the category description, it favours Doom more. Yeah. I found that out when they announced it. I was like, oh, when you actually say what the award is for,
When it tells
then
you
it
like
feels
everything, yeah, it makes more
yeah,
sense.
and you're like what it's looking for, and you're like, oh, well, basically you just described Doom, and the others don't really do all of what you just said.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. If you read out what the actual thing is, then it makes a lot more
sense.
Yeah. Best VR game is next, which is between Batman Arkham VR, Eve Valkyrie, Job Simulator, Res Infinite, and Thumper, and that was won by Res Infinite. But I don't.
Yeah.
think
Okay.
none of us have really played them. But I can sort of see why Res Infinite won from what I've seen from the gameplay demos and stuff. Because it seems
Res
to be
is
the most
pretty
involved
cool.
one.
So
Yeah. Best mobile handheld game was between Clash Royale, Fire Emblem Fates, Monster Hunter Generations, Pokemon Go, and Severed. Pokemon Go
It's
won.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yep. Makes sense.
that was going to happen. Best independent game was between Firewatch, Hyper Light Drifter, Inside, Stardew Valley, and The Witness, and Inside won.
I feel with this one, all 5 are worthy winners in some way or another.
Yeah.
So,
Better
well
than,
done, Inside.
Games for Impact, which was one that I don't think... Had you heard of any of these last week?
No, I haven't.
Oh no, the character.
No, you two
Dragon,
had.
the dragon.
So this was between 1979 Revolution, Blockhood, Orwell, Sea Hero Quest, and That Dragon Cancer, and it was won by That Dragon Cancer. And I don't know, did you watch it or not? The Game Awards.
No.
Did you see?
I didn't.
So the guy, That Dragon Cancer's about
His
his
son.
who's basically
Yeah.
going through cancer, and it goes through his life and stuff. And they won. The guy came on stage and gave a really heartfelt speech and stuff like that, which is quite cool. But not cool.
Aw.
It was quite,
Poignant.
Yeah.
Poignant.
Poignant.
yeah.
Poignant.
I could get the word out, so I'm going to third attempt.
But to be honest, I don't know any of the other games. But from
Yeah,
what
I was
know
gonna say,
about
like when between the 3 of us we only know of one game, I can
Yeah.
only see there being one winner.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, they all might have had an impact in some sort or the other, but obviously, That Dragon Cancer was picked up by a lot of news sites as well, I think, and stuff like that, which is probably why we know of it.
Cool.
But yeah, that was good. Best performance was next, which was between Alex Hernandez, who was Lincoln Clay in Mafia 3, Sissy Jones as Delilah in Firewatch, Emily Rose as Elena in Uncharted 4,
Nice
Nolan
save.
North as Nathan Drake in Uncharted 4, Rich Summer as Henry from Firewatch, and Troy Baker as Sam Drake in Uncharted 4. And that
I
was
bet Uncharted wins.
which one?
Let's go with the top star, Nolan.
Nolan. Yeah, Nolan North won.
Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah.
It was a good
Or-
performance, in fairness.
I mean, what, best of the year? No.
I mean, like I said last week, I wanted Lincoln Clay out of the nominees, so...
I wanted either Troy or Nolan. So
I think I
That's
said
hard.
last week Firewatch
Yeah,
was the one
yeah.
that said it. So.
no, but I think to be honest, Nolan's delivered a lot in all the Uncharted games, and I think he deserves it. To be fair, but we can debate that one as well. But I think he deserved it. Best music sound design was between Battlefield 1, Doom, Inside, Res Infinite, and Thumper, and it was won by Doom. There was also a performance of some of the Doom
What?
music as well. There.
Doom
has-
won this?
Doom has some pretty decent music slays.
Up against
So-
games specifically designed with music
No,
in
but
mind.
it's so good. Just
Against
say it.
games designed with music in mind.
I get that, but maybe that's what made it a pleasant surprise. Earned it bonus points.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I got nothing.
To be honest, I
Good.
think Uncharted 4 should have been in there instead of Battlefield. But
Oh, please no.
that's just me. No, instead of Battlefield.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that.
I wouldn't have said it should have won. I would have gone with either Res or Thumper for how
Cool.
it uses the music.
Yeah.
But if it's based on just soundtrack, then maybe that's what I have to find out the description of it. But if it was based on soundtrack, then you can probably understand why Doom maybe won it. But if it's based on how it uses the music and sound to enhance the
Yeah.
game, then I would go for Res or Thumper for that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Best art direction was between Abzu, Firewatch, Inside, Overwatch, and Uncharted 4. And I think all 3 of us said one of the indie games.
Yes, we all said an indie game each.
And Inside won.
Yep. Deserved.
Yeah, I don't get how Uncharted 4 or Overwatch are really in for that, to be fair. Like, yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah.
Best narrative was between Firewatch, Inside, Mafia 3, Oxenfree, and Uncharted 4. And it was won by Uncharted 4.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
It's the only one I've played out of
It's
that.
the big AAA
It's a big-
title.
I just want Slazo to
But
play Uncharted 4 and then gush. Can you imagine if he plays it
in
now?
In fairness,
I'm not denying it's not a solid narrative. I think Firewatch kicks its ass, so
I see, but have you played Uncharted 4?
not enough to know the story intricately. No,
There we go. And I've not
I'm
played.
sure it's
I've not
I'm
played
sure it's
Firewatch,
just
so-
another AAA game.
So I might change my mind if I play Firewatch, but I went for Uncharted 4 out of that. best game direction was. This was best studio. This was best studio, not game direction. But it's the same thing because I don't know why they say this. It was between Blizzard, DICE, ID Software, Naughty Dog, id Software, Naughty Dog, and Respawn, and Blizzard won that.
Which is fair because they're the ones who do games.
In brackets, it tells you what game they were nominated for. So Blizzard was nominated for Overwatch, like not World of Warcraft and Overwatch, if that makes sense.
That doesn't make sense. You nominate someone as a studio, it should be for their own.
I don't get it either, but we'll finish on Game of the Year, which was between Doom, Inside, Overwatch, Titanfall 2, and Uncharted 4.
Well, I've been paying attention to these results, so it's Overwatch or Uncharted 4 that wins this.
It's actually
because AAA law. Is it really?
No, it was Overwatch.
Yeah. Overwatch deserves it more than Uncharted 4. So.
No, I think I agreed with that. I think I said I thought Uncharted 4 would win it, but I wanted Overwatch to win. So
right.
There we go. Overwatch won. Can't complain with that. Can you, Laura? But you've not played it really much, have you?
I did the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, how much more feeling I played? It was full access or whatever. I kind of got a good feeling for it.
Yeah, no, I like Overwatch. It's probably been one of my favourite games this year to play.
I'm going to say you're going to see it on a lot of our Fave 5s coming up later in the month, I feel.
You'll see it on 2 out of 3. Yeah, definitely.
2 out of 3, wow. I'll have more than that.
That's me and you. No, out of 3, you'll see it on 2 of ours. I don't think
okay.
I'll put it there. But then I think you're going to see Uncharted 4 on 2 out of 3 of ours as well.
Yeah.
Just trying to predict our results. So that rounds up our news roundup. It's pretty short this week. But again, there's not really much newsworthy happened until the topic of the week, of course.
Yes.
So we'll just talk about two games that are coming out this week. There's obviously not many games come out now. But yeah, there's 2 we've got Dead Rising 4. Woo, Dead Rising 4.
This is an Xbox game, so I throw the ball to you.
It's remember Dead Rising 1, 2 and 3, Slazo?
I do, they're on PSN.
It's like that, but it's got a 4 at the end of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you still shooting zombies and taking pictures?
Not a clue. Not a clue, Slazo.
Is the story still absolutely batshit?
Do you know what? Let's find out. Let's find out what happens. It's a holiday season in Willamette, Colorado, and a mysterious outbreak has overrun the Willamette Memorial Megaplex Mall and surrounding town with dangerous and deadly predators. Join Frank West as you explore a vast open-world sandbox full of dangerous new zombies and a million ways to kill them as you seek to uncover the truth behind the outbreak or die trying.
This sounds exactly like every other Dead Rising game.
Yeah, it's pretty much. There's multiplayer though. 4-player co-op.
Oh, sold. Wait, no, hang on.
4-player co-op. Laura, 2-player
I don't have an
co-op.
Xbox.
Nice.
2-player co-op, Laura. We don't need 4. Yeah, it's Dead Rising. I don't think there's much else to say. It's Dead Rising. The next game, the last game is The Last Guardian.
Oh yes, I can't.
I'm assuming it's not going to get delayed again.
I can't believe it's happening.
It's actually it exists.
I got Final Fantasy 15 this last week, and I'm gonna have Last Guardian in 2 days. So.
Are you actually getting it day 1?
Yeah. Whether I play it day 1's another question, but I'm getting it day 1.
Fair play. I'm interested. I'm interested in it, but I probably won't get it. But yeah, I'm interested to see what the reception.
You've said that for at least 10 games so far.
And I've not bought any of those games yet. Until the sale. But no, I'm interested to see how it does because obviously the same as Final Fantasy, it's had a very long build up.
Yes.
But I don't think it'll sell anywhere near as well as Final Fantasy.
No.
To be honest, I'd be surprised if it
hits
hits over 1 million.
I think it'll hit 1 million because Sony are putting a marketing push behind it, but it's not going to be the game that sets the world on fire, but it's going to do better than Shadow and Ico. So
yeah.
Whether it reviews better, who knows? But
yeah, well, I've been reading some first impressions, and a lot of people are quite impressed by it, to be honest.
Yep.
But
Well,
We'll see.
I never doubted the gameplay. They've made 2 amazing games, so I never doubted it.
No,
was
no,
gonna be
that's the
fun.
thing. Yeah, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see like how that all holds up. Sort of, is it 10 years since the last one?
Shadow of the Colossus was 04, I think.
Was it 04? So it's been even more.
I think. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I know this one's been 10 years in the making. So.
2005.
Oh, okay. One
so
out. So
11 years.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Either way.
So it's been a while. It's been a long
Yep.
time.
Another dream finally comes true
Yes.
on Friday.
Have a dream, Slazer.
I have a dream. Oh, nice.
Yeah, well,
I won't believe it till Friday.
until it's actually on the shelf when you walk
Yeah,
into the shop.
literally, I've not been in a game store in a while. I feel like I need to make a trip on Friday into a game store just to be like, yeah, pick up the thing, go to the counter, like anything. And if they say they're sold out and there's no disc, I'd be like, always knew it was just an advertising box.
Did actually come
Oh, I knew
Fair.
it.
I'm just gonna like the idea you walk into a shop and then you realise there's games have been coming out for the past several months while you've been like in your bubble.
My bum. Right,
What?
for the last time, it hasn't been 7 months.
I didn't say 7, I said several.
Oh, several. Oh, I guess depending on your meaning of several. I keep forgetting the good example, Squee, because I keep forgetting Watch Dogs 2's out. Not even funny at this point.
Last time I played
What?
games, Watch Dogs 1 had just come out.
That's not true, you harsh people. My God. You take it. You take
When did Titanfall 1 come out?
you take a sabbatical, and suddenly you're like, "What's the
I've always
game?"
been having great fun playing Gears of War Judgment.
I love. I did actually like Gears of War Judgment, so.
This podcast is taking a turn. Anyone got any plugs? Because that is our news and game release roundup done. Has anyone got any plugs? Anything they want
Yes.
to plug? Plug.
Yes.
Plug.
I want to plug.
Go on
Okay,
then.
plug.
I want to plug Ploiper's festive article because it can get you really in the Christmassy spirit as we're in December now.
Are you
And-
plugging that because Saints Row's in it?
No!
It's Saints Row in it. I've not actually.
The Christmas
Christmas.
DLC is in it because the Christmas DLC is really festive and funny. It's actually like an episode of Futurama, one of their Christmas specials. So it's really, really
Yeah.
funny and good. But not just because
yeah.
Saints Row. There is some really festive bits, including a Santa platformer, which I don't think he put in the list, but he mentioned it and stuff. And it's just go get
Yeah.
festive with Ploiper.
Alternatively, if you enjoy my suffering, then coming up on Friday we've got 5 boss battles that drove me to the brink of insanity.
Oh, I'm excited to read that one.
Can I just say, nothing
Right.
says... We're just like, oh, let's all get festive. Then Says like, you know what, actually, if you want to read about suffering and hell, got you covered as
But
well.
my
Oh, I
suffering
see-
and my
I see,
hell.
I can read the preview. I can read it. Let's have a look. I won't
gonna say-
spoil it for anyone.
That's the point. Everyone loves other people's misery. So if you want to see
I'm
my
gonna be-
misery,
I always find
Well-
it funny when I other
Why?
people's misery. I might have to go re-say that is when you've done like I find sometimes you find a boss battle really easy, and
Yeah.
someone else will tell you.
I've had this many times in the past where people are like, "Why are you struggling on that, Slazo?" And I'm like, "I hate you. Go away." It's a nightmare for me. Damn it.
Yeah, basically, I always find it funny, like, you just hear someone's like, oh, I spent 12 hours on this boss battle, and I'm like, it's, like, really easy. Like, what do you mean you spent 12 hours? What?
I'm not gonna lie, Slays, I've not heard of any of them.
I mean, what?
Nope.
How?
Nope. I've not heard
One of those is a well-known, notorious git.
Well, we'll not spoil it. We'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
Next week.
Okay.
So let's plug in done. Straight to the topic
Plug.
of the week now.
No F1 videos this week.
If I remember to press upload.
Got it.
Not even upload. Remember to press make it public. Then maybe. Who knows?
Got it.
Who knows? I'm stalling a bit on like coming out the garage. Anyway, topic of the week is all about some little thing. I say little. Some very small thing that happened this week and called PlayStation Experience, held in somewhere in California.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it was a thing that was happening until about half an hour beforehand, and I was like, oh wow, it's that time of year already.
I've been quite excited for it, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so basically it's a Sony only thing. It's open to the public. They have a little press conference about an hour long, I think it was. Hour and 10, 15 minutes before to kick it all off, and then sort of they open basically all the console stations up to play loads of games that aren't out, loads of just new releases. There's loads of panels, which are quite interesting. I watched a few of them over the weekend. They're quite interesting. But let's talk about some of the news that came out of it. So, shall we just go for the big one straight away?
I mean, that depends on what your definition of big is. I know which one you're going to say.
Well, yeah. Should we go for my big one?
Okay.
Last of Us Part 2.
The end, not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so excited for when I saw it. I was like, oh yes, oh my god.
I mean, I talked about this a little with Laura before the podcast, but considering Last of Us kind of ended, are you happy that it's going to now not have ended? If that makes sense.
Yeah, you know what? I trust Naughty Dog.
Right.
That's the thing. I trust them to be able to tell another story with Ellie and Joel. Because I thought it would have been like The Last of Us, like maybe with then like another name
With
on
different
it, like,
characters.
not Part 2 or not like The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
But then like set in another city somewhere, exploring.
That's the
like,
thing. I always thought if they were doing The Last of Us, it would be different characters rather than Joel and Ellie.
Yeah, but I just think I could see them telling a story still. But I'm really interested to see what they do because I didn't play the original Last of Us until the remaster on the PS4, and it quickly became one of my favourite games of all time. I love the narrative and the story that they told, and like the music and everything, and it's just a full experience. And I trust Naughty Dog. I don't think they would have gone back to it if they didn't know a way to take it. If that makes sense, a bit like Uncharted 4, like Uncharted 3 was supposed to be the end. And then they brought out Uncharted 4, which gives it probably a bit more closure. So we'll see. But I was nervous at first, but I trust them. I do trust them.
Okay. I mean, as I say, you're the ones who've played it properly.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say, I don't know
you're
what
the
Laura
ones who
thinks.
bet.
She might be completely different, but...
The thing is, like I said, I was discussing this for the podcast with him. It's not the fact I feel there's not a story to be told. It's just Last I thought had a very powerful ending. And I don't know, I just think no matter what they do, it's still going to take away from that power.
Yeah. I was watching the panel with it was Neil Druckmann, whatever you're going to call them, Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson, I think, who plays Ellie. Is it? I think
yeah.
So. I was watching it with them, and basically they asked Neil like how they thought the thought process into this, and basically they said we can't go into it thinking, well, we need a winter scene from the original one in here, we need this scene and stuff like that. So it'll be quite. I think it'll be good. I don't think it's gonna be like a paint by numbers thing where they include all these different things because they worked well in the first one. I think it could be completely different, and I think it might. From what I've gathered from the trailer, this is more about Ellie wanting to get revenge. So it might be a bit more maybe a bit more action based, but I think it might explore more of like a hatred from Ellie towards maybe even Jill, or maybe towards the Fireflies for what they sort of did to her and everything. Obviously, this is going straight over your head, Slazer, but
yes,
I'm assuming Laura's gonna know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
I hope she does.
I know, I'm glad. But yeah, no, I'm really excited for Last of Us.
Okay.
But it's
That was like my one worry as an outsider, so if you two think it's cool, then...
I think it's cool. I trust Naughty Dog. Like, I don't want to jinx it, but if Naughty Dog released a bad game...
There is one. There is literally one.
Yes.
I remember going through their history. I remember looking through, and it's like the gingerhead stepchild of their family.
Uncharted 1.
Oh,
Gameplay
Bold.
was story-wise, it was good. And I trust them. I trust them. But then saying that, something just came out, well, today, Sunday.
Oh, wait, what am I talking about? They did Jack 2. Sorry, go on.
Bruce Straley, who basically was co-director on The Last of Us and then Uncharted 4 with Neil Druckmann, isn't going to co-direct The Last of Us Part 2 because he's having a year-long sabbatical.
Yeah, I'm not going to begrudge him that.
Which basically means he'll be back in a year's time, probably working on it.
yeah,
When
that's
you've
how
done- when
year
you've done
sabbaticals
back-to-back-
work.
When you've done back-to-back, like, classics, or, yeah, when you've done back-to-back
I
classics,
think that's
I'm
pretty
going to let
much
you...
why he wants to take a break. So, Slazer, what was your big thing?
You want me to remember this off the top of my head now?
Yes.
That's the thing, for me, it was more like an amalgamation of the little things. But the fact we're getting like 1 billion, pretty much every Yakuza game for me was kind of a holy moly moment. Because they've confirmed the remake of the first one, they've confirmed Yakuza 6, obviously Yakuza 5's on its way. Is it 5? Or is it... or 0. Basically, if you're a Yakuza fan, oh my god, we're finally getting treated like citizens. So, it's awesome news in that regard. That was kind of the big surprise for me, that Yakuza is going to be a big thing going forward on Sony systems. So.
And then, well, yeah, that was pretty cool when I think it was Gio Corsi, I think that's his name, revealed all of that stuff, and even like some of the other stuff he revealed then, like coming out on PS4 and PlayStation Vita.
Oh, that was brilliant! I can't remember who it was, but the guy who just walked on the stage with a Vita,
with the hat and the sports
jacket.
Yeah, that's Gio Corsi.
Hat, sports jacket, and holding the Vita, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, they remember it exists."
He's quite good. I like him. The other big stuff was the Uncharted 4. Well, not the Uncharted 4. Well, is it the Uncharted 4 DLC?
Not Uncharted 4. No, it's standalone.
Standalone.
So it's called Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, which is about Chloe and Nadine. Which I loved Chloe from Uncharted 2, so I'm not complaining there.
Not as much as you love Baylena.
No, not
Just
Bay-
saying.
not Baylena.
Bitter. I was Team Chloe.
No, I like Chloe. It's
Yeah,
sure.
I like the one.
The accent is awesome. She's also the voice actress of Morrigan in Dragon Age, and is awesome in that. There's always something evil about her characters. Don't know if it's the accent. Like, it's a nice accent, but I always think she's going to betray me. It's just history.
She British?
No, Australian.
Oh, okay.
Good idea.
It's just It might be a history of her character. Like, she does a lot of voice work, and I feel like so many of her characters end up betraying me that I just hear her voice and think, I cannot trust you. But it'd be nice to be playing a game where you're like her and stuff, so it's like you can't betray me.
But have you seen the gameplay demo?
Yeah.
That looked pretty good. It looked like Uncharted, but obviously with a new. I say new, but like
it's a way to get another Uncharted game out without getting rid of the integrity, which was the Uncharted 4 ending.
Yeah, and I've got no problem with this sort of stuff.
I'm also all for the girl power. They say about female leads in games. Girl power.
Yeah, I've got no problem with it. I think Chloe was she was a really interesting character that didn't really get like a closure or anything like that. And same with Nadine. Nadine just disappeared at the end of Uncharted 4, so it'll be quite good to see.
Interesting female characters got sidelined in a AAA game. Oh man.
No, but the problem with Uncharted is that you had Chloe, you had Baylena, and obviously Baylena.
3 characters.
But like because Elena was the love interest, she was going to get more time. So Chloe sort of like felt immediately in a way.
If only you could write around things like that. If only.
No, but it's not like they just like killed her off.
AAA narrative, kids.
Yeah, they didn't just kill her off. No. But no, that was good. And then obviously Nadine just sort of just wandered away at the end of Uncharted 4 because she didn't.
They used all their other girl bits on the second one instead of the third one. Like, oh shit!
No, so, like,
what's she there for?
I say wandered away, but like her story was quite good in Uncharted 4, but then you never got to see any closure apart from her basically walking away.
Yeah.
Like,
he has a point.
Yeah,
but
like,
there was a lot of time dedicated. It wasn't important.
You're not selling me on.
No, it wasn't important. She was a minor character, Slazo. They justified it.
Which had a major role to play at the end. Like her walking away wasn't literally just her going, "See you later, lads. I'm off. Going home. See you later." It was like it had a lot of story impact. But
could you imagine if that's literally the line they gave her? All right, I'm off. Good day.
Good day.
I said good day.
Walks away.
Off to the pub. Good luck, Nath. Off to the pub. But no.
See you in Uncharted 5. Oh
yeah,
wait.
but no, that was quite like her story.
No,
was
Laura,
quite good
the
as well,
story's
so
over.
I'm looking forward to that. There was some Destiny updates. The Sparrow Racing League is coming back.
Yeah.
So me and you can play that, Slazo.
I feel that when this is the best Destiny has to offer now, it's kind of depressing. But that's the thing. People were talking about Destiny update. I was like, oh, cool. And it was like, it's Sparrow Racing League. I was like,
you need Rise of Iron.
Yeah, well, good thing I've got that. But
yeah, good job we've got that, Slazo. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Lauren?
I can't wait for it to go on sale.
It's been on sale for a while.
It's always going on sale.
Oh, you mean like next year when the deluxe version comes out?
Oh,
which is
yeah.
About and the next.
The Uber deluxe version. Get it right. Another game was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yep.
Which looks, well, Marvel vs.
It
Capcom.
looks like an MVC game.
Yeah.
But hey, the fact that MVC3 they went, oh yeah, the ultimate MVC3 is now just on PS4 now.
Yeah, that's
like that.
That's £20.
Yep.
I just checked that before. That is £20. What else did we get? We got a lot of stuff.
You got a lot of stuff that Squee can't remember.
I can't remember. There was
You already just
so much stuff.
blast through some of these things.
Ni no Kuni 2 got a new gameplay trailer.
Yes, it did,
That
which
looked-
I was not expecting to see there.
Pretty
But I
good.
was like,
I've not played
Yep.
I've not played Ni no Kuni 1.
you might like it.
What's the combat like?
I'm trying to remember something. I think it's turn-based.
I'm out.
The thing is, like, if Kingdom Hearts is what happens when you combine with a Western animation studio like Disney, kind of like Ni no Kuni is the one where they combine with a Japanese animation studio and Ghibli.
Yeah.
So
You can tell like when looking at it that it's a
Yeah.
bit like a crossover between like a RPG and then a animation sort of thing. You
Yes.
can tell by like the characters and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I still need to finish the first one. I'm still excited. I'm happy it's getting a sequel, so I'm still excited for it.
There's another game got announced.
Oh man, is this the sequel I think we're going to
This
talk
is a
about now?
sequel to the critically acclaimed
Oh man, I
PlayStation
was
4 launch classic.
I
Best
remember.
game of the launch
I
lineup
can't
ever.
believe
My
Killzone
timeline
finally
was-
getting a sequel. I can't believe another Killzone game. About time they got my letters.
Knack 2 is getting a release
Wait,
in
what?
2017.
my
That's not-
timeline just died of laughter
not
when that was
Killzone.
announced.
I don't get it. Like
Everyone was laughing.
It was-
Just
You know what?
everyone.
Killzone Shadowfall gets a lot of stick, and I get a lot of stick for liking it. But if that had got, like, you know, that launch title had been thing, people would have been like, oh, okay, more Killzone. Not, Knack, why the hell is it getting a sequel? Just rude.
Oh,
It's
it was
just
just brilliant. I was in hysterics. I was actually in
I
hysterics.
couldn't believe they'd done it, and I just didn't get it at all.
It's critically acclaimed, Squiggy. Like everyone.
It's critically
The one upside of this is it means we're probably going to see Knack on PS Plus at some point.
Yeah, and it means I get to play it finally.
That 3-year joke is finally going to come to an end, maybe.
What else have we got? I've got a massive list of stuff that I'm trying to like go through and pick some like things out.
Okay.
Death Stranding, Kojima's new game, is going to
Yep.
run on Guerrilla Games PS4 engine.
Oh, it's got Mickelson as well, isn't it? It's got that actor from Hannibal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that was
I'm
shown,
excited.
that was shown
Yeah,
off
you
at the
got
Game
your second
Awards.
trailer, didn't you?
But
I remember.
yeah.
yeah, but this
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
but basically it's running on it's basically running on the Killzone engine,
Cool.
which I think is quite cool because I thought that Kojima would have sort of tried to bring a Fox type engine over that he worked on for at Konami
Fine. We'll see it in 2020, 2025, you know.
on the PS5 Pro.
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's a new Ace Combat 7 trailer. I'm not that interested in Ace Combat 7.
Yay, pew pew pew.
Wipeout.
Yeah, I don't care.
Wipeout. That looks
Wipeout.
cool. Yeah.
The Wipeout was the really cool. Yeah, so this is like free. I can't remember which free games it is. I think it's HD 2048.
Wipeout 2048.
Fusion?
Fury.
Ah, I was one.
You're close. You're close.
Close. I was
Yeah,
close.
that's-
No,
Which do you know what? I've wanted an F-Zero game for so
yeah,
so
I
long.
was gonna say everyone was like, "Oh boy, well if you won't make F-Zero."
Yeah, so I know what I'm buying straight away.
I'm intrigued.
I'll be getting.
I've honestly never got around to playing a Wipeout game, so this might be the one where I go.
I
Yeah,
think I've got the Vita one. I think.
unless I've been given one for free at some point off Plus.
I'm not sure. Crash Bandicoot was given some gameplay footage.
Trilogy.
Yeah,
That was
Crash
kind of
Bandicoot Insane trilogy.
insane trilogy, and you've got the good old Halo. I could swap between good and old graphics button, so that's cool.
That's I'm
I'm
excited
down for that.
I'll be getting that as well. I played the original Crash Bandicoot. I've not played the two after that, and then I think
That's the
I
thing,
played
yeah.
the one after that. If that
I've
makes
played
sense.
one, and I've played Wrath of Cortex or Cortez or whatever it is.
Wrath of Cortex. I think I've played that one.
I think that was the first PS2 one, where you had like 5 or 6 kind of hub worlds of 5 levels each.
Did I play that one? I think I played
I
that
don't
one.
know.
I'm not sure now.
That or Twin Sanity if you're thinking of that era.
There's been so
So-
many Crash Bandicoot games. I don't know which one I played.
The point is, yeah, I'm down to play that.
I think I played I think I played that, and I played Crash Team Racing, Crash Bash, and stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm excited for that. Like,
Yeah.
It's Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
I get to play Crash Bandicoot again. Speaking of old classics, Parappa the Rapper is getting remastered, which
You gotta believe.
I'm excited for. There's a demo out. I know you've played it. I've not.
I
Played
have
it yet.
played the demo, and it is like 5 minutes long. It's
I think
like...
it's just a way to probably show off what they were doing with the game. Because the thing is, Parappa
Oh, that's the
Rapper-
thing, because it's not even like that visually impressive what they've done with it. So, I mean, okay, no, that's not fair. So they've remastered the actual kind of rhythm action bits, which is cool, and that looks great. But the cutscenes are literally just what they were in the original game.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys, you can do better than that.
Can they though?
Yes, quite easily.
Oh.
It's got 90 CG in it. I mean, you can do better than that in 5 minutes nowadays.
I'll
Ooh.
give it a go when it comes out. Well, I'll give a demo a go then. Do you know what? If it's a good price, I will pick that up because I love Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah, price is going to be the dependent one here. I don't think you can get away pitching it for too much,
To
but
be honest, I
no,
think
it's cool.
Even 20 quid. I think 20 quid might be.
20 quid's the upper limit.
Yeah, I think that's probably the highest it can go for that. They also
Yeah.
revealed 2 other games are being remastered for the PS4: Loco Roco or Loco Rocco,
I forgot that one. Yeah.
and
I like that game.
Patapon.
Loco Roco and Patapon were like two of the big PSP classics,
Yeah.
so that they're both coming back again is awesome.
Yeah, don't know when. Nothing really much was said about that. There was what else was there? There's still a few more things to go through.
Okay, well, they updated the Resident Evil 7 demo.
Yeah, we're not talking about Resident Evil 7.
Yes, we
We're
are.
going to try and get them to
So,
play it
why aren't you?
because I don't like scary games.
Okay, I'm glad you
Why
just
did
came out and said it.
I'm being honest, yeah. Housemark, who did Resogun, unveiled their new project called Next Machina.
So I haven't actually watched the trailer for Next Machina, but I was kind of into Resogun, so what is Next Machina?
It is a fast-paced top-down shooter.
So it's Resogun but vertical.
It's probably a mixture of Resogun and Helldivers.
Okay.
I assume I've not watched the trailer either. I think that's the one bit
Oh.
that I missed, I think.
Right, okay.
But yeah, there's that stuff. Pyre got a new trailer.
Oh good, yeah, the Transistor guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Massive.
supermassive.
Yeah,
Supermassive.
Super giant.
Ah.
What does Supermassive do? Supermassive is something else.
I can't remember off the top of my
I
head.
think I watched this one. I think it looked really cool. I think. But I'm not
Yep.
sure. It's got a 2017 release. They showed some Gravity Rush 2 stuff.
Yeah.
They showed a Persona 5 trailer, I believe. I've not watched that either.
Lara Croft Go, coming to PS4 and
yes,
Vita.
Lara Croft
It's
Go.
out now, but it's quite expensive. It's kind of like, okay.
Yeah, they showed a new Horizon Zero Dawn trailer, and that looks beautiful. Like, actually
Yep.
beautiful.
Yep, Nier Automata. Now they're like, here's a date. It's coming out in March the something,
Yeah.
which I'm cool for. And I think they said they're going to do a demo at some point in the future, so I'm getting down for that.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. I think we've covered the big stuff.
We've covered like most of it
Yeah,
then, I
we've covered a
think.
lot of stuff. But did you think it was successful?
I thought they did, like, obviously because I wasn't watching it directly, I was just seeing like the feed on Twitter, but I thought it sounded like a really cool, exciting event. So
Yeah. No, it's if I had to pick an event to go to, I'd probably want to go to PSX above E3.
and E3 was like outlawed. So-
if I could go to E3 or PSX, I'd pick PSX because I think it's smaller and you get more time with the games. If that makes sense, like because it's
I mean,
open to
as
public,
someone
but it's,
who shamelessly only pays attention to these for the actual conferences, I'd go to E3.
yeah. See, I'd love to go to PSX.
I'm the worst.
But saying that, I'd go to BlizzCon as well just to experience it. And I think PSX is somewhere. If you love Sony games, you know we all have PS4s.
What's the thing? You guys have been more Sony fans over the years than I have, so...
I wouldn't say that.
Well, yeah, because I mained Nintendo hard. back in the
I
day.
suppose. But I was I had an N64, then PS2 was the main console, but then 360, and then PS3 never got a look in, which is why I didn't play The Last of Us or Uncharted until I got my PS4. There's some interesting facts for you.
Oh well, I
Maybe
can
an
go out
article,
by the
5
H. I
interesting
can go out.
facts you didn't know about me. I don't like scary
Hey,
games. It's one of them.
PS4, the home of HD remasters.
Yeah, but to be honest, it's a good. I think like
I have no problem with it. I know like some people get like really
see,
kind of sassy
my
over.
problem is that this generation was going to be known as the remastered generation, but
That's fair.
But the fact is that Uncharted series got remastered. They brought out Uncharted 4, and then they've brought out this Uncharted.
Yeah, but
spin-off.
it's
so
like
they're still like bringing out games of that franchise, which maybe you would think.
that's the thing, though. Like, I understand the whole like, yeah, they're still bringing out new games, but a lot like there's not many new IP this generation.
Yeah, but I mean, but like if you think like The Last of Us, a lot of people probably didn't play it on the PS3 because PS3 didn't sell as well back in that generation, which is why they brought it out. And now they're bringing out Last of Us 2, so people will probably want to pick it up.
Hopefully.
It's like stuff like that. Like I still think there should be more new IPs, but I think now that we know a lot more games that are coming out for this generation, and now I can see why they did quite a lot of them at the start. To sort of have them there available to play if you wanted to say, oh, I've not played The Last of Us. Last of Us 2 is coming out in a year's time. Let's
Yeah, but Squiggy, who here hasn't played The Last of Us? I mean, really? I mean...
Yeah, I mean, literally, it's been so good. It was on PS3, PS4. I mean, you had a few opportunities.
And imagine if I owned it. Oh,
do you own it as well?
I own it on PS3, yeah.
Disgrace.
Oh,
You're an absolute
oh,
anyway,
you just
you know
get
what?
out, get out my
Let's just
face,
move on.
get
Let's
out my
move on.
face.
Let's move on. We can't like have this blasphemy when we're talking about Sony. So we'll move on. But yeah, actually before we move on, did you all
I
enjoy
was
it?
going to say that's the end of the section if you
Did
move
you-
on. Yeah, I did.
Laura?
Yeah.
Good.
Pause.
You know,
Yes.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
yes anyway, no, I thought it was really good. I think the conference was probably perfect, like lengthwise.
It's a bad time to say I
So
haven't
Sony
watched it, isn't
have
it?
been pretty on point the last year or two.
Yeah, well,
So-
after the E3 conference, they had a lot.
Well, that was the thing. Their E3 conference this year was pretty damn great.
They had a lot
I mean,
to
it
talk
it
about.
wasn't the conference of dreams, but yeah, it was pretty damn great.
And
And
if you
then
think, they didn't even show off Final Fantasy VII remake, remaster, whatever it's called. They didn't show off God of War.
no,
So
they
it's
didn't
like-
show off that zombie game.
That zombie, I can't remember the name of that.
I can't remember the name of it, but you know the one I mean.
The one done by.
But it's 1,000 zombies.
What's it called? I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, but they didn't show off like those 3
Yeah.
games, so you've got to think like it's looking good at the minute for Sony. Like I know we've all said that they need some strong first party titles, and I think they're going to start getting that from next year.
I think,
until
yeah,
everything is
Microsoft
sorted.
have done their bombastic kind of full window now.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting now if Sony picks up the ball again.
Yeah, it'll be. I think we'll see. We got to see how it pans out next year. Obviously, starting with, well, Horizon in March, probably ending the year with. I don't know. To be honest, some first party title. Probably maybe God of War. Who knows how far along that is? Who knows?
I mean, Last of Us 2, surely, if that's ready in time.
Oh,
Or
Last
did
of
they?
Us 2 Last of Us 2
Isn't that
won't
the
be ready
same-
Until
Isn't that the same game, God of War and Last of Us? Oh no, I didn't want to make
Oh.
this joke. Oh,
Anyway, that rounds up our topic of the week. So we now move on to our final segment of the show, the top 50. So every week when there's more than 2 of us on this podcast, normally it's me, not you. Someone nominates a game for the top 50, gives a little pitch, and then we vote to decide if it goes in or not.
oh shit!
And
You know the part where I warned you in advance of this, Laura.
and
I know I was not. Oh no!
and
Oh,
it is the greatest Sony fan in the world. Laura's turn to nominate a game for the top 50, so take it away.
Hey.
Lola.
Right, I'm nominating Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Right?
Okay.
Nintendo DS 2006
That
in
is a
Europe,
surprise,
very
Laura.
popular in Japan before. Is it a surprise?
Yes.
Awesome. I don't know how many Capcom games are on our list. I'm sure there's one I can think that might be on the list, but I've just
I want to say
represented
Mega
Capcom.
Man, but I don't think we've ever put a Mega Man game now. I think about
I was thinking they must have one.
it. Resident
I was
Evil?
thinking Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Resident
Evil.
Evil
Yeah.
on there.
Anyway, I'm nominating Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, that popular Japanese game that then made it big worldwide and had several sequels and spin-offs and everything. Basically, I'm nominating it because it's probably the best version of what it can be in some regard. Like, it's a visual novel, but not a visual novel. Any thoughts on that, Slazo?
Yeah, so yeah, you mean like one of the gameplay kind of hybrid style the ends, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the first, but it definitely felt
No.
like the first to get global popularity. I was pretty sure it
That
wasn't the
one's
first,
fair. It's the first one to really take
but
off on
yeah.
the global
See,
stage.
it's alright. I wasn't going to commit to that because I didn't think it was, because obviously it's a bigger deal. But I think it was the first one to really get that brand mainstream, and basically when people were getting so pissy that it was coming out in Japan early sort of thing, that they started to get a bit better release dates on it. Like, that's how popular it got. But I just basically feel it was... Well, we know that I like murder mystery games and stuff like that, because, you say Heavy Rain and you'll boo me. But, thank you. But this is, from the Ace Attorney, this is really detailed cases, really fun, really hot thing. I think it's replayable because it's such a complicated thing, you do forget things after a while with that, which maybe isn't the case with other games of this nature. I think at the end of the day, I just think it's the best type of game, and there's nothing really else like this series or that one, especially at the time when it came out and just the mainstream it gets. There's not much to say about it because it's quite a simple game. You find clues, you interview, visual novel, you talk to characters, you learn the story, and it's just kind of that. And also the sound, actually, I should still say it has one of the best music. Cool. It's great music. No bites on that. Have you two even played it?
Nope.
No. So why the first one and not the second,
because
third, the fourth, the fifth,
basically the first one was pretty... like I said, it was, broke through the mainstream thing was what the first one did. But basically, the ones that followed were more artificial changes and different stories. I don't think they were so game-changing. Basically, the formula was cemented in this one and just built on as it went on. But this has all the, the art style, the 2D, the music, the cases, the basic mechanics. Really utilise the 3DS in a great way.
DS.
Yeah.
GBA.
Oh, sorry, the DS. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, well, I mean, the GBA in Japan, I don't know what that's like because it only ever came out in Japan, so I always based it...
It's the same game, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know, because the DS one was the one that got more releases. I still see that as... I don't know how good the GBA one is to judge. But yeah, that's my nomination. And also, I guess you could argue that Phoenix Wright has then gone on to become such a legendary character. It's got an anime coming. You can... I think...
It's been and done.
Yeah,
let's not talk about that.
Okay. But it's also got...
For the first few episodes, it was kind of really shoddy.
Nice. I want to say he was in a fighting game, or he may have just... Everyone wants him in a fight.
He was in Marvel.
I don't know why.
He's in Layton. He was in Marvel v Capcom, I think. He was in Project X Zone.
Can I play devil's advocate here and probably come across as a right idiot?
Yeah, sure.
Why should a visual novel be in a list of top 50 games?
Because this isn't just a visual novel. Oh, okay.
This is just like.
I'm
do you
not
get
gonna.
what I mean?
I do get what you mean, but basically, this is why I've nominated Phoenix Wright, because it's not a visual novel, pure and simple. It's a visual novel adventure game. You will feel like you're playing a game from your perspective, Squiggy. If you played it, if you just sat there and read the screen, you're not going to progress.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
right?
like, you've played Danganronpa, right, Squiggy?
No, I've not played it.
Oh, because that's the same kind of hybrid visual novel game.
Yeah.
So then my next question is why, like, from what I've heard, Danganronpa is a much better game
No.
Phoenix Wright, and if we're only going to have one...
No, it's not a better game. It's a better story. I'd argue better stories. I wouldn't argue a better game.
Okay.
Because this Phoenix Wright's divided into cases, and you feel like it's like 10 hours long, I think. Something roughly.
It's not.
And it has
as long as you don't fuck up, it's not huge.
Yeah, it's basically like a proper game where you like case 1 is level 1 sort of thing, case 2 is thing. Danganronpa was very open world, and it's like one big story, so I don't feel it's on the same level. Like, I really enjoy Danganronpa as an experience, but I wouldn't play it again. There is a part of me that would then go replay individual cases on the Phoenix Wright games.
Yeah.
Because...
I'd say Phoenix Wright's type of storytelling was Danganronpa's more anime-style storytelling, which works in some ways, but it's a bit over-exaggerated and nonsensical.
Yeah, if you don't like anime and stuff like that, you probably could still get on with the simple, realistic nature. I mean, some of it's quite magical, and there is, like, psychics and stuff in Phoenix Wright.
Oh, there is magical, and they eat hamburgers, cough.
Yeah, there's stuff like that, but it is more, especially number 1, is much more like, this is like a murder mystery game, and it seems normal. Kind of like, you know how I can't believe I'm saying, you know how Jonathan Creek has weird murders that you can't solve, and it's some weird reasons? Kind of like on that level.
I've solved all of them, I'll have you know.
Okay, but yeah, but basically I get what you would say about Danganronpa, because I love Danganronpa, but that is like, I would never replay Danganronpa particularly until a long time has passed. But Phoenix Wright, because it's like individual cases in one game, you do feel like you're getting more of a game, more of an experience, more of a replayability to them. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically what I would go with.
Cool. So has you got anything to add?
No, I've pretty much. I mean, like you riled me with the visual novel comment, boy.
No,
but
it's just more like it's for more my understanding because from what I
there's
gather
still a
from
genre.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
just
see,
a more storytelling focused
from
genre.
what I thought from visual novels, you press a button to basically, in like
They
in
well, that's the
book
thing.
terms, turn
They
the
still
page,
have.
if that makes sense.
There are some that are literally just text, but even then, obviously, you have the pictures and everything. It's still kind of interactive.
Yeah.
And some
Steins Gate
voices,
Is like a little
Steins
bit...
Gate,
Yeah.
and then you go further to like stuff like Phoenix Wright, which is more gameplay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I just thought basically visual novels, you would press a button.
I'm going
go
to put
to
it
the
like
next
this,
page.
Twiggy. There's a lot of people that would tell you Phoenix Wright isn't a visual novel. I've seen that argument.
Phoenix Wright is one of the borderlines, along with Dangan.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you would literally get in an argument with someone going, it's a visual novel, and they'd be like, no, it's a game.
Well, now I'm getting
It's
against people
defensive action
saying
game.
visual novels aren't games. But
Yeah,
let's not
and-
go there. Let's not.
You're just escalating the whole thing and
Let's
not being
not.
liked by anyone at this point. So.
Man, I'm used to that. Shall we go to a vote?
Aw, that took a sad turn.
No, don't pity him.
Shall we go to a vote? Yeah.
Maybe we can do.
Slazo?
Oh, you would come to me first.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, visual novels are a genre I've been considering should have a candidate on my list, but I had never really thought of one, and I must admit, Phoenix Wright had slipped my mind as the kind of hybrid candidate that
He's
got
building up to a no, and it's so much tension. Why? Just vote.
Okay. Alright, Jesus, calm down. Yeah, visual novels deserve a candidate on the list, and Phoenix Wright is as good a rep as any, especially because he's had like cross-brand influence and everything. So yes,
Oh my
I
god,
vote
that took
yes.
a turn. That took a turn.
I knew Slazo was going to vote yes.
I didn't. Not with the build-up. He seemed quite somber in his build-up. I thought, and then he spoke. Carry on.
I'm voting no, but it's more because it's not because of what I said about visual novels not being games. It's because I've not played Phoenix Wright to be able to say yes or no to the gameplay, if that makes sense.
but you've heard of it,
But
right?
I've heard of it, but I don't really want to say, oh yes, it's
No, I understand.
That's
But I'm
why
saying
I-
like
yeah.
of all visual novel reps, Phoenix Wright is the one most people have heard
Yeah,
of.
that's what I mean. I've heard of it, but until I play it for myself, I can't really give a vote on it. Whereas other games, because I know more about them, I can give
By the
votes
trilogy
on.
on 3DS.
Yeah, maybe. But like because of the games that we've got in this list that I voted yes to, I know a lot more about them and
Yeah.
the
No, that's
gameplay
fair.
and everything. I just can't vote yes. Sorry, Laura. It was a good
fair.
pitch. I just...
No, I mean,
Not everyone can be cultured.
I don't think it was a good pitch, so I feel like you're lying to me. But
No,
Almost got away with that.
I feel like I feel like selling it on its mainstream appeal was probably the right move on my part, just because. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just like I think if I played it, based on what you've said, I would probably go for yes. But because I've not played it or experienced it enough,
No,
I
that's
can't vote
fine.
yes.
Because I mean, like, there are other visual novels you could nominate. Like, I could nominate Mub Love Alternative, and both of you would be like, "What the fuck's that?"
I'd vote yes on that because of the name.
Well, that's the thing. It's the top-rated VN, but like, a lot of people don't really know what it is. So,
Yeah, the thing is, I've wanted to get into visual novels. Like, I keep seeing
Hey,
Steins
Steins
Gate.
Gate.
I keep seeing it for sale.
Steins Gate's the good first.
Like
Yeah.
basically Pokemon's baby's first RPG. Steins Gate is baby's first visual novel.
Steins Gate is the mainstream one.
Yeah.
So that is purely VN as opposed to Phoenix.
Yeah. But anyway, Laura, sorry, I forgot about you. What's your vote?
I'm voting yes,
You
but
voting yes for your own game?
I'm not
No.
self-sabotaging.
No. So Phoenix Wright makes it to the top 50, joining some critically acclaimed games such as Heavy Rain, Bioshock, something Slazo nominated, and some other stuff.
Thank you.
I actually can't remember. I can't remember the games, to be honest. It
And
also means that I am the only one that have 2 games rejected.
yeah, and I'm the only one to have no game.
But
Okay,
in my defense, my 2 games are higher rated than Laura's 1 game.
yeah, but in her defense, who cares?
Just saying.
You can't pitch.
I'm trying to get
So
something here. I can't pitch. I can't. So yeah,
cricket jokes.
Yeah. So tune in next week to hear me pitch my game for the top 50 and probably get rejected.
45 down, 5 to go.
Yay, can't wait. So yeah, so this has been episode 60 of the Party Chat podcast. It has been a pleasure. I've had fun. Have you still had fun?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually relieved. I was not having that much fun in this podcast because I was like, I am so out of the loop. And then this Phoenix Wright thing
I'm just
happened.
happy you didn't take my next nomination.
I wish I knew what it was because I would have took it otherwise.
Laura, it's Mighty Number 9.
It's Mega
No,
Man.
it's
It's
not.
actually Mega Man, isn't it? That's why he was shocked about Mega Man. He was all panicking when I said Capcom.
Not
Mega
Mega
Man.
Man yet, but...
No, it better not be Mega Man yet because it's my turn next. And that spoilers, that could be one of my games. But anyway, this has been episode 60. Join us next week for episode 61. Until then, have a good week. It has been a pleasure. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.